Welcome everybody to a special edition of the Star Wrestlecast post Backlash Tampa edition. The show just came to a close. It was just five matches on the night. So it was still a 3 hour show with a lot of padding in between. But to me, Backlash has a bad reputation for being like the first major show after WrestleMania. It's always kind of a meh kind of show for the most
A
part.
letdown? Are you saying this was a letdown as well?
I'm saying it holds up to Backlash's reputation as far as I'm concerned. So this felt like an episode of Saturday Night's Main Event, is what it seemed like to me. So, but we can talk about it.
Oh wow!
First of all, let me say what's up to Dave and Chris. What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing? This was disappointing.
I will admit, the end of a paper PLE, and it's just 9 o'clock. I'm kind of okay with this.
I'm okay with that part too, but we all know that they did it because TKO has a UFC fight. Now.
Which when Chris told me that tonight, I rolled my eyes and went, for F's sake.
Yeah,
9 o'clock starts their main card. They've actually been going since 5 o'clock today, and but their main card starts at 9. UFCs, right? Especially the number ones, go as long as an AEW pay-per-view.
I was going to say it's AEW numbers.
I remember when I used to watch that stuff, UFC, they would have hours of undercard fights, just like Jesus Christ, So it's like, yeah.
I haven't watched since they started weight classes.
I haven't watched in many, many years. So.
I still watch it, and as soon as this ends, I'm going actually back to watching it.
I'm going to go watch AEW Collision because
I'm watch AEW as well because I really want to see that Pac versus Darby match, and I think it's going to be insane.
I caught a couple minutes of it, and you're absolutely right. I will just say that a sand trap comes into play. That's all.
All right, I'm definitely down for that. All right, let's go through the Backlash card. The show began with what was the first match of the night again?
Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker.
I'm joking. I know what the match was. It was Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker.
By the way, Travis says I'm running a few minutes behind. I'll catch up. I was like, dude, just fast forward. You haven't missed a damn thing. You're 10 minutes in and nothing has happened.
Okay, so here's the thing. I am not as down on this match as you guys were. I
wasn't down on it. It was full of botches towards the middle end.
I agree. There were definitely times where they were not on the same page.
Oh, absolutely.
But for the most part, I was kind of into it. I was into it as much as I am a Seth Rollins match. Let's put it that way. It was another 3-star match from Seth Rollins, but it was fine. And and Braun Breaker came out on top, relatively clean. The division did come out. Logan Paul and the guy they kept doing the movie ad for, Austin.
The pressure.
Your feed had that. We had back rooms constantly.
I had both.
That movie
I didn't have pressure.
That movie does not feature Brendan Fraser as Dwight D. Eisenhower. It features Austin Theory.
as Brendan Fraser.
Austin Theory as Dwight D. Eisenhower.
No, it's Austin Theory as Brendan Fraser as Dwight D. Eisenhower. It's an Austin Powers situation.
But overall, I thought the match ended better than the rest of it was. I thought it was actually pretty good at the end, especially the way it always felt like Seth was never ever in control of the match. Like he would always fighting from underneath, trying to kind of survive. Which I think is, if you're going to tell this story of Seth Rollins, maybe showing his age a little bit, and which seems like they're telling the same CM Punk story. Honestly,
I was thinking the exact same thing.
And needing some friends. This is the way you're going to tell that story. So he got run over and pinned, and I don't know what's next with Seth Rollins from here.
Well, the thing is about the thing about this match that gets me is that these guys have tagged together. These guys have ridden together. They were part of the same group. They had no chemistry in this match. It felt like
something was off.
Something felt off. I mean, Danhausen had better chemistry with the little guy than Braun Breaker did with Seth Rollins.
Neither Danhausen or the other guy had to do much wrestling. So this is
my bathroom is clean now. That's all I have to say about that match.
Yeah, it was a perfectly fine match, but again,
Yeah.
not a PLE worthy match in my opinion.
If I'm Braun Breaker, I stopped doing that top rope Frankensteiner. The first one looked bad, and he's had other times when he's done it where it looked. I mean, I think one he fell on his. Maybe was it against Punk, where he
Yeah.
fell on his friggin' neck. He's either got to limit that to really big matches or eliminate it completely because it is just a disaster waiting to happen.
But it's a signature Steiner thing, you know.
He's not a Steiner. He's a breaker. He can get rid of it. He can get rid of it. He wants to be a Steiner. He wants to do the Steiner stuff. Be a Steiner.
You saw that Scott Steiner's son wants to get into WWE now.
Yeah, they've already signed him to the
Punk.
Yeah, they actually signed him to the MIL, and he's convinced. Braun convinced him this is his football stuff because I think he's on a practice squad at this point, or was assigned for something to this. He'll be thrown off like Braun Breaker was off the Ravens, and then go directly to WWE.
Already has little pop-up pump. Petey Williams is in the background, is in the backstage.
Hey, he appeared in the main event today. Yeah. All the people did.
All of it.
Jason Jordan
they all apparently forgotten how to wrestle at all because they just couldn't do anything to Jacob.
They're worried about permanently disabling themselves because they've all retired.
Shane Helms actually took a move. Good for Shane for actually taking it. And then every so often I was like, Jason, you have that bad neck. Don't do it, man.
Jason was as far away from the action as humanly possible. He might as well have been in the nosebleed seats.
Jason Jordan is every time he comes out there, I feel compelled to explain him to whoever's with me.
I mean, at one point he was part of a super hot tag team, and
the Kurt Angle storyline.
Is that what you explained to him? That he was Kurt Angle?
I feel like he has to be explained because he's the one. Every time he comes out there, he looks bigger and more in shape and younger than everybody else. Like somebody who should still be wrestling. Yes. He's the only one out there who looks like he should still be wrestling every time he comes out. And
now TJ too, but that's because TJ will, his again same thing, and Big E. All of them look and still have the muscle mass and could theoretically go, but their necks are like freaking glass.
Big E takes reindeer organs. That's why he looks that way. Anyway, let's get to the next match, which was Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. Look, I sat through that god awful funeral for the Gingerbread Man.
Why?
I did it this morning.
So did I.
I fast forwarded through as much of it as I could, but I had to watch some of it, and I was like, oh god, this is terrible. It feels like either Vince McMahon or AI generated this storyline. And I mean,
Sam made a good point when he came out and said, "You spent all this money on the choir. You spent all this money on the thing." Like he was speaking for the people again. He was the voice of the people.
Well, apparently backstage he was
preaching Sammy.
He hated the storyline. Like there was a whole creative kerfuffle about this gingerbread.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That people backstage were not liking this direction of that they were going creatively with the
because it sucks. I mean, you spoke about AI. I mean, all the AI photos of the Gingerbread Man at all of these major WWE events through time.
Him with the frat boys, right? I think that one actually made me laugh. Some of that stuff did crack me up.
And then the Gingerbread Man turned out to be Little Yachty in the funeral in the casket, which is fantastic. Like I was hoping Little Yachty was gone, but unfortunately he played a role in this match and kept interfering. At least he got beat up a few times for it.
Yeah. That was the highlight of the match for me. I was like, you know what? I know Sammy's the bad guy here, rightfully so, but that's okay.
Yeah. I could not get into this match no matter how hard I tried. Like I wanted to like it because I like both guys. And I just could not get into it. Actually, the Gingerbread Man thing really spoiled me on this feud, and then having Little Yachty out there again, he's not adding nothing to this feud. It's like why is
too many unnecessary peripherals to this feud?
Yeah,
that didn't add a damn thing to it.
And the thing is, they could have a good feud just based on the fact that Trick is the younger guy. He's arrogant, and he's supplanting this older veteran who wants to be champion so bad. They have a good storyline idea there that they started with, and then they made it less intriguing by adding this whole Gingerbread Man element to it, and it just sucked all the air out of it for me.
And it was now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the whole Gingerbread Man thing came about because Sammy's a ginger, right?
Right.
Like it was just a shot.
Oh, that's a Vince McMahon special.
It was a heel thing. It was a heel move by Trick Williams introducing the gingerbread man to make fun of the baby face with the red hair. And they've somehow turned it into the opposite, in which you're supposed to give a shit that the gingerbread man in a costume got killed. And it's just like, what is happening here? Like, I don't know.
Wait. You're telling me that this was Piggy James all over again?
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
How much do you want to bet we see Gingerbread Man back at Christmas time? He makes a miraculous recovery and he's back. Him
and the gobbledygooker.
Okay. You know what? I'm okay with that. that is your main event for Survivor Series this year. So Gobbledygooker versus Gingerbread Man.
Trick Williams came out on top in this match with the trick shot.
Okay, here's the thing about the Sami Zayn at this point. I don't like how he got close in this match, but at this point he needs to turn fully heel. He needs to go back to Sami Zayn the heel. And he still is trying to be a good guy in a sense, and it's not work. Just pull the frickin' trigger. This should have been the day to pull the trigger. This should have been the Jacob Fatu thing, but with Sami Zayn at the end. Just completely snapping and Candy Cane pulling him to death. That's what it should have been.
He needs a restart. He needs a freshened up, whether it's a full heel turn or he moves on to another feud where he can actually, he can do something else. He needs something. He needs to get away from this.
He might need to go to Raw.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, a fresh start.
I hate saying that anytime somebody runs into a roadblock creatively. Like Gunther, all of a sudden getting moved to SmackDown because he's lost to everybody at the top of the card on Raw. So you got to move him to SmackDown so you can see him invincible there again. He was just there. He was barely on Raw for a year.
And you got to keep him away from Obafemi.
Yeah.
Before it's time for them two to actually connect. So you got to get one. You had to get them away from each other.
I feel like Drew McIntyre is going to come back and he'll come back on Raw.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen.
Because this is what they do. When somebody runs into a wall, they just shift them over to the other show.
Well, I mean, it's the old territory thing. Once they're, they've run out of steam, just move them to another territory, and that's Raw and SmackDown.
I wouldn't mind seeing Drew McIntyre on Raw taking on Obafemi. That could be a good first solid feud.
So he can lose again, come back and just lose. The thing with Drew is he gets all these major feuds and he loses all of them. Even when he won the title in his feud, he still lost that feud.
He did.
It didn't matter. He's the only person to win the title and lose the feud in the same match.
Can he come back after just the emasculation from Punk and Roman and the WrestleMania lead up?
I don't know.
If you did move Drew to Raw, you'd have to move CM Punk to SmackDown because you cannot have that feud be reinvigorated again.
Hell no!
And it lasts.
We're gonna have Drew come back and be like, you completely cut me off at the nuts, and now I'm going to beat you up, and then you have him lose. At that point, Drew should be begging for his release.
Well, it's curious to see if Drew was one of the people that was asked the pay cut, the 50% pay cut.
I feel like that person was like Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Could believe that.
Because it's got to be somebody who, at the time when they signed him, was top of the card and they had big plans for him. And then, they reevaluated them and they're not where they were a few years ago. And so it's like, hey, can we give you a 50% take? That sounds exactly like Finn Balor or Asuka. It sounds like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, after what we saw tonight, I don't know if I think it was offered, but I don't know if she accepted.
Right. Well, let's talk about the next match.
Really? I don't know.
No, I know. Well, not for long. It is the Miz and Kit Wilson versus Danhausen.
The floor is yours, Chris. I'm going to go get.
First of all, fuck you all. I love this match. In fact, I didn't love that. I didn't just love this match. My wife enjoyed this match more than I did. She was laughing through it all. She found it silly. He is gone. Everyone else is gone. I enjoyed this match because it was dumb. As Michael Cole said,
Travis
this is wrestling.
I tell you what, when I lost interest in this match was last night at SmackDown with the whole clone thing, because I was interested.
That got me.
I was interested when I thought it was going to be Punk showing up because it'd be kind of a fresh thing for Punk to do, kind of an easy, light thing to do after everything with WrestleMania.
Wrestling for a minute, like just like
yeah. He comes out, does a quick 5-minute match, squashes Miz.
I wish this shit was 5 minutes, but it wasn't.
No, I know. Hang on,
15 or 20.
I wrote down the times for the matches, and this match was 12 unendurable minutes.
That's too much.
12 wonderful minutes.
12 minutes that felt like 24.
12 minutes, 2 minutes for each little person.
It was also, hang on, it was also
minutes of it was Minihausen getting slammed like over and over again, which is like he's the most durable small person ever because all he did was get slammed for 10 minutes. Well, it's like Jesus, man.
It has been confirmed that this is Masquita Dorada / El Torito. That this was actually El Torito. He is signed to AAA, does stuff with AAA still. So that's who it was.
For those who don't remember, who was El Torito?
El Torito. You joke, but El Effin' Torito is in one of my favorite matches of all time. El Torito was with Los Matadors, which were really the Colognes and not Spanish. And they came out as matadors in masks, and they had a little man
with
in
the
a
horns.
Yeah, El Torito.
The dude with the horns.
He was the little man in the bull costume with Los Matadores.
Terrible.
And he was involved in one of my favorite matches of all time, WLC.
That's right.
Where'd you go, Dave? He slid off screen here.
What's that? Huh?
Dave, on my thing, he slid off screen.
Oh, really?
Oh, I got up to get something to drink, like I did during the match.
Yeah, no, you're off screen. Your face isn't on the screen right now.
Oh no, it's on mine.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, okay. I had you in. I have all of us in dynamic gallery mode.
Oh, okay,
so maybe that's why. Now you're back to normal.
Anyway, WLC is one of my favorite matches, which involved Minihausen, and so no. Oh, come on,
WLC. God, I never needed to hear that again.
Honestly, if they were going to do this and pull someone up from AAA, do they still have that really tiny dude?
Yes, they do. Really it should have been the smallest one.
They should have had him be
El Hijo Vikingo.
No. Yes.
As if El Hijo Vikingo isn't tiny enough. He's like 5 feet tall. If that.
By the way, do you notice that they have El Hijo del Vikingo, who is like 5 foot tall? Then they have Mini Vikingo, who's smaller, and then they have this one, which is Minihausen, is smaller, and then they have the smallest one as well. It's like they have them all in like a line that goes this way.
Like they buy these people by the gross. It's like they just like.
I mean,
I'm sure Vince McMahon has an account somewhere.
No.
Midget warehouse.
If anybody would have it, it'd be Vince McMahon.
Well, his assistants have the pictures to prove it.
Little people in Lucha Libre are a staple. I mean, it's always been in all CMML, everywhere else. You need little people. I don't know why they enjoy little people, but they have a lot of them.
The only place I need little people is in adult movies.
They are a staple in WWE as well, sadly.
Yes.
So,
do you remember Super Porky, who was not a little person, but he was still a little person?
Chris, I tend to tune out when they come on the TV.
Well, I'm fully into them.
God. Anyway, all right. So Danhausen and Minihausen won that match.
Yeah.
Especially after Minihausen got knocked back into the box, into the cloning machine, and all of those Minihausens from WrestleMania came out of there. And
I'm sorry, but I liked your idea that it became a bigger
tiny person rampage. Is there like a word for it? It's not.
I don't know. A Minnie Mouse, I don't know, but I liked your idea that it should have been like Tom and Jerry, like when Jerry went and took the potion and became a giant monster. It should have been that. It
should have been almost.
Well, I thought it was a giant Danhausen that came out, like a tall person, like
Monster Clown from AAA would have been good.
Yes. It absolutely should have been someone like that. It would have made an unenjoyable match slightly less unenjoyable.
So I
would have made it fun.
Question on our Facebook and our Blue Sky. I asked does Kate Wilson need Elton Prince to come back? And
No.
when he does come back, do they even need to reform Pretty Deadly?
No. I mean, for Elton Prince's sake, yes, and I think they want to. And I would enjoy them back together. But as Kit Wilson said, it's like he is much different now than he was with Pretty Deadly, so it wouldn't be the same.
Elton Prince too, if they brought him back together, they'd have to change his character too.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Elton Prince has gone through the barbershop window.
Yeah,
unfortunately for him, unless he can completely repackage himself and come back as something completely different. And
listen, man, again, he's in that bad neck club. He may never actually come back. It's
always possible that he doesn't come back. That is absolutely true. All right, then we're going to the best match of the night, in my opinion.
Yes.
As we kind of knew with these two, it kind of had to be Asuka versus Iyo Sky. This is a match that they have been building for a while, based on Asuka being her former trainer, former mentor, or senpai. Whatever. I always get the Japanese words mixed up, but I think that was what it was, senpai.
It was senpai. They actually explained that in the beginning of the match.
Yeah.
Senpai and co-pilot.
I've watched a lot of their history together, but I always get the Japanese words mixed up. But this was an excellent match. I thought lots of back and forth. I thought fairly even exchanges in terms of offense and defense. Asuka looked fantastic. I mean, if this
should have been on WrestleMania. This shouldn't have been on Backlash.
100%.
This 1,000,000% should have been at WrestleMania. This would have been a great addition to a fairly weak WrestleMania card. This would have been great.
I'll be honest with you guys, though. As we say this, had they put that on WrestleMania, it wouldn't have gotten the time it did here. It got about 18 minutes. It would have probably gotten 10 at most, and it wouldn't have been nearly as good.
And it would have probably involved Kairi Zayn in some way, and that was the thing that, first of all, like they were saying, Kairi may show up. I was like, she's not showing up.
She's been, but while it deserved the prestige of being on WrestleMania, considering how things went at WrestleMania, we got the better version of that match.
That is true.
True indeed. I'm glad we got this match. The match ended, but it looked like Asuka was going to win this. I actually thought, I was hoping she would win, and then she looked like she was going to win on a handful of occasions, but Iyo Sky pulled it out. And then they hugged, and Asuka was in very real tears after the match. There's a lot of speculation that this was her last match with WWE, and that she's retiring after this. She posted some stuff on Instagram that sounds a lot like a potential retirement. If she is retiring, I'll be sad to see her go. She is my favorite female wrestler, maybe of all time. I'll be sad to see her go, but at the same time, if she does leave and she continues to wrestle maybe elsewhere, I'd be happy to see that too, because WWE's not going to do anything with her.
No, she's done everything she could in WWE at this point. I mean, like, it's one of those things. It's like, what can she do that she hasn't done at this point? She's won the Royal Rumble. She's won Money in the Bank. She's won the longest reigning women's NXT champion of all time. In fact, she never lost that title. She's multi tag champion. The only ones she hasn't won is the Intercontinental in the United States, and that's because they came in after she would have won it if they were in her prime, So, yeah, she has nothing to show. And by the way, when you
44 years old?
44 years old. So she is on the old grouping that TKO seems to want to be getting rid of right now.
That hurts. I will say this match this match had my favorite deflection of the mist I've ever seen, and very creative way to do it with Iyo yanking out
Wade Barrett.
Stu Barrett.
A lot of Wade Barrett interaction in the Tonight Show.
Yes.
Oh, much Wade Barrett interaction.
I almost cried when Minniehausen did the Wasteland and he started whining about it.
that was the only highlight of that freaking match. Was Stu Barrett
ever. One of the shittiest finishers in WWE history, the Wasteland, and he's sitting there whining because the fucking small guy did it.
This isn't my wrestling. You were correct. It is not any of our wrestling.
And then he's like, I've got like paint and spit of little people on me, and I'm like, thank you, Wade. This is why you are actually one of the greatest play-by-play guys of the current generation of play-by-play people.
Really good. Yes. Really good. That's why they keep putting him on the PLEs, because he's so much fun.
No, but when Asuka posted the lyrics to Frank Sinatra's "My Way," which is like I'm like, oh no, she gone. That is 100%. One of those things. Yeah, it's like when you start posting the lyrics to "My Way."
That's like a funeral song for some people, man. That's the song like people play at their funeral. Yeah.
And it seemed based on that, it would seem that she may have asked for her
release,
or perhaps she's just told them that she won't be renewing. She doesn't want to renew her contract when it's up. Maybe she's told them that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you watch her YouTube stuff, which is very interesting because it's like very esoteric and weird. But it's her like living her life in Japan and also traveling here. So she has a house here, but also she lives most of her time in Japan as well. So it makes sense, like her and Kairi just, it's time to go.
Yeah, and you're right, Chris. What is left for her to accomplish? The 2 minor titles? Meh.
There's nobody who's on the rise that she's going to beat. Like she'll lose to Sol Ruka. If she stayed on the roster, she'd lose to all these people coming up, and she's going to lose to Stephanie Faker. She'll lose to everybody.
Yeah,
they're not going to have them. She's not going to have her go over any of them, which is to me is sad. I feel like Charlotte Flair's in that realm too right now too. She's
Bayley.
And Bayley and all these people
like that
from
that first and second wave of NXT women who I don't want to say aging out because they're not old, but they're being surpassed by the new wave.
Yeah, they're being surpassed by, honestly, NXT's women's division over the last couple of years has been incredible. And they're all moving up to the main roster now. So you're kind of like, well, what do? You got all these incredible people who are in their 20s coming up. You gotta move them. You gotta move the veterans. It's sad, but it is what it is.
And the thing is that you forget, like, and even Rhea Ripley seems to be like slightly being moved out as well, and she's only 30. So Charlotte and Becky Lynch and all them. I mean, but also this is kind of groundbreaking in a sense. But the old guard, the first NXT class and the second NXT class. Like, usually when did women retire from wrestling? Around 35, 40? I mean, most of these people are in their 40s or going on until their mid-40s. I mean, so what is... We don't have a retirement age for these women's wrestlers because they never got to this point.
Yeah, right? I mean, Mae Young and the bad one, right?
Well, in a lot of cases, women wrestlers, they choose to have a family and they go away and they just kind of stop. They just kind of stop wrestling. They could have wrestled for years longer. They just kind of choose to do something else. I'm sure the wrestling grind is even harder on a woman's body than it is on a man's body.
Oh, absolutely.
And so it's just like, you just see a lot of them just kind of vanish and go away, and they start their family, and that's what they do, and that's the end of it. So it's and a lot of these women are like getting up a little bit. They're up in age in WWE terms anyway. And now we're seeing the next generation come up. It's sad to see some of our old favorites getting pushed out like that, but it is what it is. Because I feel like Asuka hasn't had all the things she's done, still hasn't done everything that she could have done. Like I feel there was so much more that they could have done with her over the time that they had her, and I feel like that was never quite fulfilled. But
she's still like multi champion. Like she is maybe the unsung hero of the group, like the second and third generation of women's wrestling, of the golden age of women's wrestling, which is now, but she is still one of the best and one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. Dave, you're about to say something?
Oh yeah. I will never forgive them for her losing to Charlotte Flair. Was that at WrestleMania?
Oh, yeah. WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It pissed me off. She should not have lost. It was solely to put the belt on Charlotte, and that disgusted me.
Yeah,
I was angry at that. They did her dirty.
That first loss she took on the main roster, I was like, boo.
Exactly.
By the way, that was the same WrestleMania where Shinsuke lost to AJ Styles, right. Which was it was like you win the two wonderful Japanese wrestlers win the Royal Rumble and they both lose.
Yeah. And that was, to digress off of Backlash for a moment, that was an awful feud. Oh my God. AJ and Shinsuke should have been so much better, but it was centered around a nut punch.
It was the nut shot feud. Where
exactly.
Shinsuke lost to AJ, I think 3 months in a row.
Yeah.
At pay-per-views, like 3 times in a row at pay-per-views for the title, and lost all of them. And they were all centered around nut shots. I was just like,
that was
a Vince McMahon special. Then you'll hit him in the crotch.
Have the Japanese
guy. 2 of the greatest wrestlers in the world right here, brother. Let's have him. Let's have it all their matches be based around crotch shots. We do that.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Ushi-Goroshi. What's that? What's an Ushi-Goroshi? Hit him in the nuts.
Yeah, I mean, that's really one where they should have been like, "Hey, you two, you got 25 minutes. Just go, come up with magic." Instead, you got
that was Wrestle Kingdom. If you've ever seen the Wrestle Kingdom match, that's what that was.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got to the John Cena announcement, the big announcement, folks. John Cena announced the John Cena Classic.
I didn't see anything.
The John Cena Classic is going to be an annual event. It's going to be main roster.
Yeah, there was no.
It's going to be it's going to be an annual event until they get sick of it. It's
had like half the information.
Superstars versus NXT superstars. So the stars of today versus the stars of tomorrow.
But which superstars? Don't know.
No. If you don't even know
when, not sure. Where is it going to be?
Yeah. And so the thing about this is there's going to be a title attached to this event, which to me sounds like the Owen Classic or something like that. But anyway, but they're going to let the fans vote on who gets to be the champion coming out of the event. And John Cena made a point to say, these could be guys, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, the fans can vote for you. That makes me kind of be like, what the fuck am I watching?
What's the point of having matches then? Just try them out, like have them do poses.
I texted you guys. There's 0% chance that TKO is going to let the voting be fair, right? There's not going to happen.
Whoever they want to push is winning.
Yeah. They learned their lesson in Taboo Tuesday in the early 2000s when they had an Intercontinental Championship match with Chris Jericho, and they voted, the people voted Shelton Benjamin in instead of Batista. They had a whole setup with Batista they were going to do for the next month with Chris Jericho, and Shelton Benjamin came in and they gave him the title.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Shelton Benjamin versus Jericho was a great match.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be Batista. They thought that the people would do Batista. They should learn from that not to trust humans.
We've known since DC Comics let people vote on the fate of Robin.
Robin, yes.
This is how we got Bodie McBoatface as a boat.
Right.
If you did the Cena Classic tomorrow, the fans would vote for the Gingerbread Man.
He would win. Gingerbread Man would.
Chris will be voting for Minihausen, let's be honest.
I'm voting for Hornswoggle. I'm hoping Hornswoggle comes back.
This is TKO. They're best buddies with Trump and all these fools who rig elections day in and day out. There's no chance this voting is going to be legit. So I was like,
no, it's not.
And laughing listening to this crap.
The question is going to be, when they announce the pool of wrestlers, will we be able to identify which one is going to win right away? Will it be that uneventful? We'll be like, oh, it's definitely going to be this guy. Or will it be some...
Who's the guy who's the Mason, what's his name on NXT right now? The big guy?
That's the other thing that gets me is that NXT... Mason Rook.
Mason Rook.
Which is Will Cruz.
The big...
They're going to let him come out there and
the big sloppy dude.
Sorry. He looks sloppy. He looks like he goes to the buffet and doesn't napkin himself.
Listen, both times he's done his moonsault, I've seen his ass crack. So
I'm not going to make fun of the way the guy looks. I'm going to make fun of the fact that he does not sound good on the mic. Every time he tries to talk, after he does like some big move at the last 2 weeks, when he looks in the camera, he looks timid as hell. Like he doesn't.
I'm Will Cruz, governor. I mean, that's literally what it sounds like.
They're not going to let him come up to the main roster or do this John Cena Classic and do some of those crazy moves on Obafemi. So it's like, I mean, what's the point?
but
I think there's your first winner.
Let him do it to Carmelo Hayes, I guess. But
But that's the thing is that NXT is so depleted now. I mean, literally, they just moved everybody up. Yeah. It's like, who's there to do this classic? Or are we going to
have all the NXT guys come up and do their moves on Matt Cardona because he ain't doing nothing anyway.
No, Matt Cardona is going to be in that, and he will lose, but he will be in it.
Matt Cardona posted a photo of him like going. He went to some burger place or something after SmackDown, and I was just like, dude, win a fucking match. Like, I don't give a shit about the burger you ate after the match. It's like, can you win something? I don't think you've won a match since you came here.
Travis, what did I tell you about Matt
He's
Cardona?
in Shinsuke mode, man. He's enjoying the fat cash.
That's what I mean. What did I tell you about Matt Cardona coming back? He wanted to be with his wife. He wanted to get the WWE money anymore now again. He's doing that. He doesn't care if he's a jobber. He doesn't care.
But he acts like he does, though. That's the thing. I get it. I understand why he came. We've had this conversation before. I support the fact that he wanted to come back and make the money do what you do. But I mean, but when he posts on social media, he posts like he really gives a shit about the fact that this is like some big comeback story for him, some big new chapter for him. And he keeps talking like that. And I'm like,
now
you have not won anything, and you're not going to ever.
Well, especially with Chelsea Green actually having heart surgery last week, which is a huge story, which is why you saw her on SmackDown in the bedridden. As you said, on bedridden, she had heart surgery because her heart keeps beating out of whack for the last 10 years, and she didn't tell
you why she was there. They didn't mention it. So
how did that make it past the WWE doctors? Like, don't they have to get checked out? Or some states still have to get checked out before you wrestle, unless they just didn't wrestle her in those states.
Well, no, the thing is that what it is like a random like nerve attack. So it doesn't happen all the time. It just randomly happens. So, and then they can get it under control. But
you and I both lost a friend to that.
Yeah.
It's very similar to what happened to our friend Captain Don. So,
yeah.
But still, like, I would think the first or second time that shit happens, you got to get that looked at.
Sounds like a Hank Gathers thing. Hank Gathers suddenly dies. He had a heart thing.
But so luckily they did the surgery and she seems to be 100% fixed. But and again, showing that even in her freaking hospital bed, Chelsea Green can give you a great promo.
If she can't wrestle again, she needs to be still featured on WWE programming. They need to find a way to put her in there.
How about making her a fucking commentator, a broadcaster?
No, make her a manager of somebody. Like, make her Paul Heyman.
Have they not had a female commentator since Renee left?
No, they haven't. She was the first in the last.
First in the last, and she was actually, and they got rid of her when she was actually really good at it too.
Yeah, she was great,
and they got rid of her anyway. So because they're lame. And she has boobies, and they're like, that's too much. All right, let's talk about the main event.
Hang on. One. Chris brought it up during the broadcast real fast. We get to the main event. The Triple Mania or the AAA Triple Mania thing taking place on September 11th and September 13th. They're skipping Saturday. It didn't sit well with Chris and I that it's on September 11th. Now, is that just us overreacting, or does it not sit well in general? Because I get it's in Mexico, but should they? And I will be honest with you, I've never liked when the NFL has had games on September 11th ever. Is it just like it's our generation's Pearl Harbor? It is a very solemn day, I feel still. So to have sporting events on that day feels disrespectful, and maybe it's just me overthinking it. What do you guys think?
Well, I felt that way too, and I think because it's in Mexico and not in America, if they announce that 9/11 thing is like in San Diego or something, I have a major problem with it. But again, if it's in Mexico, which again, it's Mexico, not them. Us,
I mean, that's true. It's their promotion.
Yeah. It's like it's not their thing. It's not Victory in Europe Day. It's it's something different. So that it feels weird that they're promoting it for 9/11 and stuff. But if it's in Mexico only, like, I guess that's okay. I mean, but at the same time, it does feel icky in a sense.
It's not bothering me.
Okay.
It's not bothering me. I mean, I know. Are we not allowed to have events on 9/11?
I know.
We have events on every other day.
They have football events and baseball events and hockey events, and it always feels weird to me as well. Okay. So I agree with Dave on that.
None of that stuff feels weird to me. I mean, it doesn't bother me.
Maybe because we were forced to do it every year for 20 years in our jobs. It's a little bit more ingrained.
Well, I mean,
to us,
it doesn't have to be like a reason for it. It feels bad for you. I'm sure you're not the only ones who probably feel that kind of way. It's just for me. I don't think so. I don't put the two together like that.
Yeah. I mean,
and especially if it's in Mexico, if it's I don't know, like Denver, Colorado, then I think it's like, I don't know about that.
It's going to be a Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
No.
Right,
okay, sorry.
In Saudi Arabia.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let's go to the main event. The main event.
Thank you.
Versus Roman Reigns. This match kind of sucked.
I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, was it great? No, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Jacob not selling some of Roman's stuff. I enjoyed them presenting him really as a badass, because it could have gone the other way with this. They could have had Roman, maybe not a squash, but Roman really roughing him up. And Jacob really came out of this looking like $100 or $1,000, whatever, looking great. The ending blew, absolutely sucked, which took away from the match itself. But I enjoyed the match. It was the second best match of the night, which didn't say much.
It just wasn't that compelling for me. Like I never had any doubt who was going to win.
Yeah.
And it was like, even when the moment seemed like Jacob was closest to winning, I never thought it's like, oh, they're going to have Roman go unconscious from the Tongan death grip. No, I never thought that.
Do you know why it didn't feel compelling to you? Because you saw it about 3 hours earlier with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. It's almost the exact same story. It's people who are in the same group or brotherhood. It's old versus new. It's old man versus new guy.
And we've talked before. I've said before that I don't mind characters who are kind of shaded in different ways, like not necessarily a heel or a baby face, and that's kind of where Jacob Fatu is at. On Raw, he was portrayed as kind of the heel, and on SmackDown he was always kind of the baby face, which made it weird because the Usos would go from both shows too, and they would be heelish on Raw, but then be kind of different on SmackDown. It's like what? But I don't know what the Jacob Fatu character is after this.
I don't know what the end move for any of the Samoans are at this point.
This feud isn't done. There's no way this feud is done.
No.
I feel like he's going to come back to SmackDown and Royce Keys is going to get in his face for losing, and maybe they have a beef.
I saw those two as a tag team, honestly. Yeah. Maybe against the Usos.
Versus the Usos.
Yeah. Which I'm okay with. I mean, those two are two giant dudes.
I think more likely it's them versus the MFTs, but
again, I don't know where any of the Samoans, what the Samoans are doing right now. Like, I don't know if they're all good guys or bad guys or tweeners or, it's like is.
I feel like they've creatively run out of juice for that entire bloodline storyline thing.
Yeah,
and I don't know if they're trying to figure it out or if they're just like, we got to put them out there. So just put them out there doing something and we'll write it up as the day goes.
You can't have this many people from the same fucking family on your roster and not have them be constantly interacting with each other. It's just impossible. You can't just pretend that they don't know each other and that they're not in the same blood. You just can't do it.
I mean,
this is what you do when you have 7 or 8 of the same family on the same roster. So what are you going to do?
Let them go like JC Mateo.
Yeah, let them go.
Find them to interact, But
you got to start either have them be a thing, have all of them doing something together, or have them all doing something different.
That's what I would do. I would have them all just kind of join together.
What, you want the Samoan NWO? Is that what you want?
I want the Samoan Don Callis.
Werewolf Pack.
The SWO, the Samoan World Order.
The Samoan Callis family, and you can have. I don't know. You can have.
We almost had that.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Paul Heyman is a better Don Callis than Don Callis.
Be their manager. Have Rikishi be their manager. Be the manager for all of them.
And he only says the words, "I did it for The Rock."
I would have him, honestly, as like a Godfather-esque character. Have Rikishi come back as like the Godfather and have him like give orders. Like, all right, Jacob, take out Punk.
I honestly feel like they are keeping this, they are reinvigorating this thing because they probably have some sort of idea in mind for The Rock.
Not just for The Rock, but I think for Jey Uso, I think for all of them. I mean, I agree with you, Travis, that I think they got rid of some of the MFTs for this reason of something's going to go on. I mean, we saw how the MFTs that were still there were kind of interacting with them on SmackDown and Raw and stuff. So, but I don't know what the end game is.
Remember,
they can stop pretending that Tama Tonga is part of the family too. Can they stop pretending
that? Remember on this, it wasn't this week because I unfortunately had to miss this week's episode, but last week's episode, I posed the question: as we move further through the year, are we going to have all of them coalesce and go into Survivor Series, the War Games versus Punk, Cody, and whoever else they can recruit, major superstar recruit onto that team?
Matt Cardona.
I was thinking LA Knight. But is that where they're working with? Is it a slow march to having the family come completely together finally?
Yeah, but are they good guys or bad guys at that point?
Bad guys.
Okay.
If you're taking on Punk and Cody, if that's how if that's what it is, they've got to be the bad guys. And I think they work better as bad guys. Roman works better as a bad guy. Jacob could be scary as a bad guy. The Usos will be fine. And then Solo and
Sami Zayn as their manager.
I like Rikishi as the Godfather, or Rikishi coming back as their manager.
Yeah.
And then you have Solo and his job squad, filling out the ranks.
Yeah. So Roman won this match by pulling off the cover of the turnbuckle cover.
The referee sees this.
Yeah.
Grabs the turnbuckle cover, sees Jacob go into the turnbuckle coverless turnbuckle, and still makes the count. Come on.
This was a Toru Yano special.
It was.
Roman Reigns was studying Toru Yano before the match, and he's like, "Oh shit, you can take those off."
Well, first of all, he assaults
15 years in the business. They come off? Oh, shit.
Well, first of all, he assaults the referee, grabbing him, and then, in spasms, rips off the thing, in a second, which is okay, that's weird, and then immediately it's we're going to use it.
This was after he basically got his ass beat for about 90% of the match. I mean, ass kicked.
Which is why I'm saying Jacob looked really good.
No, Jacob comes out and is looking very good. And after the match, he proceeded to destroy Roman Reigns even further, which makes me think he's got some Street Fighter promos to do for a while. Yeah, right. So he's got some press junkets to do. So he might be
kind of Umaga-ish in a sense. It was like old Umaga stuff, and I was like, okay, I kind of like that, but
yeah, I like him being just a vicious killer, having the killer instinct. Because I don't know that we've had a member of the bloodline be that, and they've always presented him as being the outcast, the one they didn't want to have come in because he's too violent. Well, have him be too violent.
They kind of made Solo Sikoa that for a while.
Yeah, when he came up, you're right.
Indestructible for a while.
Yeah.
And then they turned him into the Kingpin, which was actually a better use of him, but
they realized he's really not that charismatic.
No.
So it's
nowhere. I mean, he's nowhere near as good as Jacob is.
Let's make him Fredo Corleone of the bloodline. Let's make him that.
That's what they. You know what? Yeah. You say that, but it works. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's not been in a WrestleMania in 3 years, but he still is Fredoing it up wherever he is.
Yeah, I agree.
Fredo Sikoa.
Yeah, so that was how the match ended. The night ended with Jacob Fatu standing triumphant, although in defeat. So who knows what happens on Monday night? I don't know. I have no clue where they're going.
I don't care.
Curious. I'm not as oh my God, I gotta wait for Monday night as I have after other PLEs, but I'm curious to see where they go with this.
You better start caring, otherwise we're going to start getting copyright strikes against us. So you better start.
Oh, I'm sorry. I love WWE. Everything is good. I watch all the
I wasn't bad mouthing it.
They will wasn't put you on the next episode of SmackDown.
It wasn't like I said I washed my bathroom during an entire match of this PLA or something like that.
Oh my god! All right, I
hey,
expect that we're gonna get like an official announcement of Asuka's retirement by the end of the night. Like I kind of feel like that, but I'm hoping that's not.
I think maybe they wait till Monday and do it. Give her something.
I think she does it in the ring, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Monday, if she's going out, they're probably going to give her laurels in the ring, which would make sense.
Yeah, because I mean, they didn't reference anything like that. It was simply, it was a change of her character after all these months or year, whatever it's been. But it was nothing like, oh, that was it. That was it for her. They didn't reference an ending for her career.
It's not like Brock taking off his goddamn shoes in the ring at WrestleMania.
Exactly. She didn't leave anything in the ring except a great match for us. So I think Monday she gets, like Chris said, she gets the laurels. They give her the love. She gets a good send off and flies back to Japan, never to be seen again, except on YouTube.
On Stardom.
On Stardom.
All right. Well, that was our special post Backlash show. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Chris, for joining me on this. This will be up for those who
before we leave.
Yes.
We would be remiss.
You got a special industry breaking announcement for us. Is this the Dave Gegerick classic that you're announcing right now? What is
Which should better have a spinning belt as well.
Tomorrow's Mother's Day. We got to say Happy Mother's Day to
Happy Mother's
our lives,
Day.
man. Happy Mother's Day to my mom, Joanne. Happy Mother's Day to my best girl, Megan. Chris, what you got?
Happy Mother's Day to my mom, Linda. Happy Mother's Day to Heather, the best cat mom of all time. And Happy Mother's Day to everyone else. Travis?
This is dumb. Why are we doing this?
Wow. Okay, cut it out.
I'm joking. Okay, fine.
Wow.
Happy Mother's Day to my mom.
Wow.
Kim Hobson. She's around here somewhere, but she's ever going to see or hear this, so it doesn't matter. All right.
We learned Travis hates moms.
I don't hate moms.
That's the takeaway from today's episode.
Listen, he saw Martians Need Moms way too many times when he was reviewing that horrible movie from Disney.
I was going to say Serial Mom.
Mom, like Mom's Organic Market, like up the street from me.
Oh, yeah, you hate that too.
That mom?
I enjoy Moms.
I've actually never stepped.
Too much kombucha.
I've never stepped. All right, guys, we'll wrap up the show. You can find us on Facebook, on YouTube, and everywhere you get your podcasts. Be sure to give us a like and a subscribe on the channel, would you? We appreciate all of you who have already done
Get us to 1,000, damn it.
Yeah,
we're almost there. We're getting there. And thank you everybody who's been tuning in. We really appreciate it. All right, we'll see you guys next week with the next full episode. Enjoy some wrestling. AEW came on tonight too as well. Don't forget to watch that too. All right,
there's a title change, so check it out.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh shit.
I don't know that. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
I don't know which one it was. So